I live with a roommate and her 3-year-old. Roommate is a 4th-year medical student and really struggling, balancing a kid, intense study, chores, and part-time jobs to afford rent, babysitter, and necessities. On the day of the biggest exam of her entire degree, her babysitter canceled last minute. She was frantic and hysterical, calling every one of her contacts to help. Of course, she asked me. She has asked me before to babysit, and I always give a stern no. She begged, and since the journey to her exam center is almost 2 hours and she needs to go now, she just said, I don't care, and left the house. Right after she left, I grabbed my coat and also left. She was starting her car when she saw me and asked what I was doing. I told her I was going to watch a movie. I lied. I just refused to babysit without consent. Her eyes dropped and I could see the tears forming as she started begging me more to help her. I still explained that it's not time or effort, but the responsibility. She told me she would sign a waiver that states I'm 100% non-responsible no matter what happens. Even so, it still carries a responsibility risk, so I stand my ground. Eventually, she became quiet and started sobbing while hitting herself. I, as respectfully as I could, asked if there's anything I can help that does not involve babysitting. She told me to off, so I did, and I actually went to watch a movie. It's been a few weeks and she still refuses to communicate with me. She does still do her share of the chores, and we were separate beforehand, so it wasn't that much of a difference in day-to-day life. I do feel pretty bad since for the past 2 years we've lived together, she has almost no free time and always sleeps later than me and wakes up earlier to cram in a little bit of study. I know the exam meant a lot to her, and missing the exam might jeopardize her entire degree of 4 years. I didn't think it would be appropriate for me to ask. It sucks that her efforts for the past 2 years have gone down the drain, but that's not an excuse to cross my bottom line. AITA.
The one thing I can give to the roommate, is that she just left.
Yup.
I think she should have just taken her kid with her.
Yeah.
That's what I would have done. Probably.
I don't think you have a choice.
I would have been
at that point.
absolutely pissed off at my roommate to no end, but I'd probably just end up bringing the kid with me.
I'm glad you
begging
called that
like
out.
the
That feels like
receptionist
stronger.
to watch it or
that feels
something.
stronger. Just being like, look, I'm in this situation. I tried. I had a babysitter, and
Yeah, like just try and reason with the professor and be like, please, like,
Yeah.
what can we do here? Is there anyone in the building that could watch while I take my exam?
That is where, and I think that's why it's so complicated for me. If they hadn't done that, if they hadn't just played chicken with their child being in between themselves and the other car,
can't ding on the leaving her child. She is very, very.
I don't think it was malicious.